Hello, everybody. I think I'm live. Yes. Okay. Hello, everybody. Good, good afternoon. Actually, good afternoon from Glastonbury. I'm just going to wait for some people to join before I get cracking. Hello to you all. Hope you're doing well. Um, yeah, I realised I should do a little live just to explain what I'm going to be doing on Sunday at the tour for anybody wishing to receive the energies that I give out after the collective anchoring that we all do together. So, hello to you all. I see Sabine is in, and Amanda. Hello, Sarah, and Patricia, Simone. So, yes, just to recap for some of you that are just joining now, I realised, I've become aware just today, partly last night, of what I'm to do on Sunday. And because it's something I haven't done in public before, I wanted to explain what it is that I'll be doing so that at least you understand it and then you can make a better choice as to whether it's for you or not. It's really important to understand what you're receiving from people, I think. It's very important actually to discern and choose what you receive from people. Um, because that is so important to be able to discern energies, and then make your highest choice from that perspective. So that's what I really do need to do, because if I explain it, you get to choose whether to participate after we do the anchoring at the tour, or not. It's going to be something new, and it's not something I want to go into at the time because it'll take too long on the Sunday. So, what I'm going to start with is by talking about translocational waves, because it has a complete bearing to the energy work I am doing, have been learning for 7.5 years. Just one stage at a time, I've been learning it myself from within myself, and it's what I've waited to learn and be able to give out in these timelines ahead, and now. So what I'd like to do is just draw your attention. We're going to talk about translocational waves. So draw your attention to this image that I've just posted on Facebook. Okay, there's probably many names for that. I just call it the Galactic Highway. It's a network. It's a network of light. It's made of light. Okay, you can see that as a macrocosm of design. If you look at that design throughout Gaia and nature, it's all there. It's the same design, just in micro form. But this is made of cobalt blue light, and I call it the Galactic Highway. Now, what travels through all of these little runs, if you like, what travels through the highway, all of these little roads or routes? It's waves. Its wave form travels through the Galactic Highway. Every type of waveform, every frequency of waveform travels the Galactic Highway. So whether we're aware of it or not, it still exists. We couldn't exist as consciousness without it. Nothing would be able to experience without that design. So if we look at the human being, within our brain, we have a set of parameters of what degrees of waveforms we can translate. So, for instance, as a human being, as a species, we can't see infrared, we can't see violet light, because the parameters within the brain at that activation point can't translate the waveforms of infrared or violet light. So therefore we can't see it through our eyes. If we look at, say, bats, you know, B-A-T-S, bats in the environment, they're able to see waveforms rather than see through their eyes. They're able to pick up on the vibration of waveforms, and then that creates their landscape for them to navigate by. Dolphins have another system. Birds have a system. So just because we can't translate it ourselves doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There are infinite waveforms. It's why we can't hear the way dogs can hear. We can't hear that high pitch that the dogs can easily hear by. So when we are awakened, what happens, and I've spoken about this before, is the neurons in our brain start to kick in. They fire up, and this is all electrical, but they start to fire up a sequence of events that takes years, and it gets quicker as we progress the galactic timeline. But they start to fire up all the nerves and all the cells within the brain. Ultimately, what that's doing is it's widening our perception. In other words, at a very human level, it's widening our ability to pick up waveforms. In other words, we're able to consciously translate far more of the higher waveforms that traverse along the galactic highway. So all your thought forms actually take a route along this highway. All your words do, all your actions do. Everything is vibration, everything is waveform. And it's also why when people are unawakened, when they're in dream time sleeping, they might wake up and say, well, I had a lovely dream, but I didn't understand any of it. It didn't make any sense whatsoever, or it was really weird. This happened, and it just seems so weird. Why is that? Why is it we don't understand the dream and it seems strange? It's because we can't translate the waveforms that were in truth occurring when we were asleep in bed. So we were outside of this consciousness. We were in a higher level of consciousness when we were sleeping. We switched off from this consciousness. We went into a higher level of consciousness. But because this human brain can't understand the higher waveforms, when it comes back into the brain, we can't understand it because we can't translate the waveforms. And that's why as we awaken more and more and our brains activate and adapt more and more and more, our dream time when we're asleep in bed actually becomes more coherent. Not straight away, it can get confusing partway through our awakening, but eventually, if we fast forward to now, to this timeline, many people's dreams are the higher extension of themselves understood. So in other words, we are getting information in this timeline in our sleeping state. And it's perfectly understood. It's just data download whilst we sleep. Why? Why can we understand it now? Because our actual human brain has adapted and adapted and adapted a sequence of electrical pulses, a sequence of codes, activate the DNA within us. It starts in our brain, it goes through the whole of our body. We get activated more and more and more to more sensitivity to the waveforms. So that's why, you know, even our hearing is changing. What's it called? Telepathy. Telepathy will become our new way of communicating eventually, and it's already started. Why? Because this is being adapted, it's being expanded. We're actually utilizing far more of the brain than we have done in the previous version of the human species. So hopefully that explains how we as human beings are able to perceive our reality. Okay, so now I'd like to talk about translocational waves. There is a video on YouTube I did about a year ago about this, and I'll put the link in the comments of this video so that you can just click on it and get a bigger understanding of translocational waves if you've missed that one. So there'll be a link. But we become conscious of what translocational waves are. We become conscious of that blue galactic highway. And we can actually utilize it in awareness. So not just be on it and not have any mastery over it. We're on it anyway. Every single life form, everything that's been created is vibrating through that highway, whether they know it or not. But we've become conscious of it, which means we can utilize it. It seems like I'm going to skip, but I'm not, because it's all related. Every human being has an energy signature. It's very unique. There's only one signature for you, and another for another, and another. Every single thing that has ever been created has its own unique energy signature. It's a code unique to you, just like your fingerprints are unique to you. When a human being meets another human being, if my energetic signature that I contain and hold is mine, if it matches your energy signature, codes can be exchanged in wave form. They're the translocational waves. If we go forward even 1 to 2 years from now, if my or your energetic signature matches an energetic signature of a being in a higher dimensional plane, you will easily be able to transfer data between you. So in other words, words aren't necessary to give somebody data. We use words in the human species because we never reach the stage of just being able to use the waveforms that are, and the data that is contained not just within our brain, but it's contained everywhere. But we are at this stage now, which is why the data was given last year all about it. It's actually happening. We're doing it already. And so if an energetic signature such as myself, if my energetic signature didn't match somebody else's, I wouldn't be able to transfer data to them because there's no match. It has to be recognized in wave form. It's an energy signature. Even if I wanted to give that person data, I would not be able to. And this is the safeguard, this is the seal, is that you cannot give energetic data to another unless there's a match. And that's the beauty of it. It won't be received. So, if we fast forward to Sunday, what I've been told to do is something I'm aware I can do, but I haven't done it publicly before. and it's going to help transfer data to you individually if you wish to receive it. You'll know whether it feels right or good. You'll just know intuitively. If it does feel right, it's given to each individual based on their path, and it's like a jump start. It's like jump starting a car, where the data that is given is in wave form, and then that person receives it in wave form, and then they go away, and then suddenly they jump energetically. So it's like, the way I see it for myself is it's like helping somebody. If your consciousness and you're cycling here on the light node, then what I can do is help shift you to your next light node. Okay, your next light node isn't my light node, it's yours. It's nothing to do with me or anybody else. It's your unique pathway of experience. So what I can do is help somebody jump over to their next light node, and then from there they're just away and running. It's just easier. Now the way I'm going to do it on Sunday is through this hand, which is my right hand, and there will be eye-to-eye activation on Sunday. I know I'm to do that. That's a different form of assisting and giving energy, which I won't go into now because that'll be too long. But what I'll be doing on Sunday is presenting this hand to you. And if you're wanting to receive, because when I do that, I will be feeling the vibrations, different vibrations in each of the fingers, and there. Okay, I can feel it now as I'm holding it out. If you're wanting to receive the energy that I do give out when I do this on Sunday, all you have to do is put your hand to your screen, to the camera, and match. Let's see if we can do it properly. Match the fingers. So if this finger is slightly over there, say, then you'll match your finger to where that is, and then that one to that, and then that one to that, and that, so that our fingers seem to be touching. And that's all you have to do. So you'll be like this against your camera or computer, and I'll be like this. And so between us, touch isn't even necessary. It's great to do it in physical touch. But even now, if I do this, I can feel the vibration between this hand and this hand. I can feel the stream of energy going between the two hands. And I actually do see it as well. I see the energy. It's white energy going through each of the fingers. So that's what you'll do, is you'll mirror my hand. If my hand's like this, you'll do that, so that each of your fingers seem to be touching each of mine. That creates the alignment of your energy signature to my energy signature. Excuse me. And I was shown this. I was shown how to do it last year. It can be done adult to adult. It can be done with, say, a child who has far more advanced knowledge than an adult. And a child can just do that to an adult and transfer data. I've explained this last year. So it's about being able to transfer the data that this consciousness knows this consciousness will benefit from. So it's way beyond our human brain and our human intentions and understandings. We're talking about our pure higher consciousness level. This consciousness is helping this consciousness, and that's it. And it's an exchange between consciousness in wave form. So that's Sunday, and I thought, at least if I explain it, You get to choose whether it resonates with you or not. Um, and if it doesn't, just leave it be. It's just an offering. It's something that I know I'm to now start doing. I didn't expect it, but that's what's happened today and last night. Is that's what's to now start to be given. And in this timeline, I can kind of understand it, um, because so many people are wanting help. And if you can just be nudged energetically, then all that's going to do is help you empower you, because only you have your answers, and it will empower you for your next step and your next step and your next step. It's all about trying to assist everybody up, you know, but not in a way that disempowers them, not in a way that takes away their true power, because everybody has the same true power. There's not one person above another. Every single one of us is equal to each other. So it's just about trying to help lift people so that they can then go about their life, about their path, about their own service. Okay, so that's what Sunday's going to be. I'm going to put the link about translocational waves, because it goes into so much more detail than I've explained today. It also covers what the labyrinth is, and also energetic seals. It goes into that as well. So I'll put that in the link afterwards, and see you on Sunday. see you in the middle of it all, eh? It'll be day 2 of the 3 days of huge energies. So I think we can guarantee it's going to be interesting, isn't it, if we're all still standing up. God bless everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and look after yourselves, please, through the energies that will be landing probably on Friday night UK time, whatever the time that translates to for you. Look after yourselves, and see you again soon. See you on Sunday. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.